So in this segment, we're going to be talking about EU haulage firms now avoiding the UK. Now, this article is from July. This is one I missed. I find this article really interesting because we're not doing import checks yet. So apart from the HMRC stuff, I did find it a bit odd that EU drivers were avoiding the UK so much. So if we go through this article together and we'll have a look, and hopefully together we'll figure it out. So the Central Bylines has already written about the UK shortage of HGV drivers, 100,000 Road Haulage Association, blah, blah, blah. We talk about this, it feels like every other week. If you don't know, you should by now. It's not just UK drivers. However, our supply chain is not only dependent on UK drivers, but also on drivers who deliver to the UK from other countries, predominantly from the EU. They're our main trading partner. The EU has millions of HGV drivers, but they don't want to come to Britain anymore. Well, what's wrong, guys? Does this matter? Yes. With fewer EU drivers coming, imports to and exports from the UK have suffered. More than that, movement of goods within the UK has also been impacted, because typically those drivers would have not only just delivered to, say, Dover, they would have went to wherever it is those products were meant to be delivered to. Birmingham, Scotland, somewhere, Edinburgh, wherever they were meant to go to. They would go directly to that place. They wouldn't, drop the goods at Dover and say, all right, you take it from here, guys. It's not how it would go. So if a driver from Germany delivers a load to Birmingham and then drives to Glasgow to collect an outbound delivery, then he can also move goods from Birmingham to Glasgow, a kind of internal shuttle system, if you will. It's a really interesting system, to be fair, when you think about it. Like, you have these lorries constantly moving goods around the UK, despite the fact that, these drivers are from a foreign country. They move goods internally as well as externally. Really interesting stuff here. So without EU drivers, this useful system is depleted because you won't get as many runs kind of between the UK and then out to the EU. Distribution around the UK is already becoming patchy. As yet, we simply do not have enough UK drivers to maintain our internal supply chains. So why have they stopped coming here? The first major reason is the significant increase in red tape that has been necessary since January this year. Britain is no longer in the EU, so incoming haulage trucks need to deal with customs clearances and border controls. So that would be trucks going from Britain to the EU. This takes time, especially since the UK is still woefully underprepared for it. We're still not doing import checks. Trucks may be grounded for days until paperwork is sorted. If the wheels aren't turning, the truck is not making money for its owner. The hostile environment for the need for visas to enter the UK only worsens the situation, which makes sense that if you want to actually work here, you need a visa, which causes further problems. Code, of course, has also impacted things. Drivers had to quarantine at significant expense of both money and time, or else, as at Christmas, they were simply imprisoned at an old airport with no basic food facilities. None of this makes the UK an attractive destination, and there are reports of EU drivers demanding guarantees they won't be sent to Britain. Like, don't send me there, chief, I don't want to go. And, if it's the case that you're going to be stuck in Britain because of the disaster around Christmas, where they were not given any decent facilities to stay at, and they were forced to stay for a while, because of the shutdown by France. I'm not blaming the French for that, but with the UK's kind of COVID policy of letting it flow around the country freely, and obviously the scare around variants, especially during the last year, the Dover-Calais crossing was essentially shut. And the kind of scariest thing about this is, if some EU drivers are avoiding us now, imagine what happens when there are checks, because at the moment we know that there's no check when they come into the country. There is no checks. Let's ask Conor McGregor again. Oh.
What broke your leg? There was no check.
That's what drivers see when they come into the country. There was no check. Exactly. There are no checks. So imagine how bad it's going to be once we start doing checks on goods exported from the EU. I mean, they ain't going to come here at all, because there's two choke points at that point. There is the one coming into the UK and the one going out of the UK, and so these drivers won't come here anymore. So I missed this one in July. I didn't see this article originally. It's pretty good. Bylines, they must be part of a group or something. Central Bylines must be part of the Bylines group. But yeah, they do great work regardless if they're a part of a group or not. So shouts out to them, the Central Bylines, the Bylines Times, the Yorkshire Bylines, all the Bylines. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Support the channel on Patreon if you can. Support good indie media like this. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one.